in the Micro Machine Chevrolet team from Missouri. Both these trucks will do battle against some of the toughest machines in the world. ESPN, the world leader in motorsports coverage, presents Speed World.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Chapman at the Roanoke Civic Center. We're getting ready to see some of the superstars of monster truck racing, such as Overkill and First Blood, try and knock off the defending world champion Bigfoot truck.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tampa Stadium in Tampa, Florida. I'm Brett Kepner, and in just a few moments, one of the world's greatest stuntmen, Brian Carson, will stare death in the face as he intentionally propels himself towards this steel wall. Carson, who has miraculously survived several death-defying stunts already this year on ESPN, may be up against his toughest chore yet. The highest, heaviest, and wildest steel wall he's ever driven head-on into in a passenger car. Welcome to the 1991 Monster Truck Challenge Series. Welcome to the 1991 Monster Truck Challenge Series. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Roanoke Civic Center in Roanoke, Virginia. As you can see, a packed house of monster truck racing fans are getting ready for qualifying for this 8-truck field. And the very first machine up against the elapsed time clock, shooting for a position in the show, is the machine that did the tremendous amount of damage in the 1990 U.S.HRA Association World Tour. This is St. Louis, Missouri's John Plant at the wheel of Bob Chandler's legendary Bigfoot board. A 4-foot-high dirt mogul just off the starting line, then a huge line of crush cars. Pyatt on the brakes hard and stops it within inches of the wall. That may be a harbinger of things to come. It may be tight down there, but the elapsed time to beat, put up by Pyatt, 4.11 seconds. Here's the killer of the 1991 season so far, Rob Fusion, the First Blood board. A nosedive at the finish line, but he keeps it straight. The elapsed time for the homebrewed machine, 3.98 seconds, and by 1300ths of a second, Fuse takes over the #1 spot from Bigfoot. That'll bring up Ken Deppy's beautiful whiskey business rear-engine Chevrolet. Deppy conservative off the starting line, then taking a wild bounce when he got a little more aggressive down at the finish line. But the elapsed time for the Chevy, an exceptional 3.99 seconds. And Deppy moves into second ahead of Bigfoot. That'll bring the Ohio-based Weapon 1 Chevrolet of Jerry Richmond up. Again, conservative off the starting line, and even conservative down near the finish line. A couple of wild bounces, but the Weapon 1 Chevrolet records a 4.10, and as you can see, that'll knock Bigfoot all the way down to #4 with just 4 trucks having run. But still to come is the brash new kid on the block, Kurt Fisher and Mike Wine in the Jersey Outlaw Ford. Stay with us. We're back at the Roanoke Civic Center in Roanoke, Virginia, as we continue qualifying for this U.S.HRA Association Monster Truck Showdown. And so far, it's been the Fords that have dominated. The #1 qualifying spot, Rob Fusion, the First Blood F350 at 3.98 seconds, is leading. But here is the unknown quantity in this field. The new kid, Kurt Fisher, at the wheel of the Micro Machine Chevrolet. A rough landing on the brakes hard. He'll stop it before he hits the retaining wall. But the elapsed time, 3.77 seconds. In his first race, Fisher gets the #1 spot away from the Fords. Coming up next, the machine that debuted at the last U.S.HRA Association National Championship event of the 1990 season in Houston, Texas. An incredible piece of equipment that, as you can see, has already developed quite a fan club. Marty Garza's rear-engined Overkill Ford. Although it looked like Garza was conservative off the starting line, I have a feeling that was more fuel delivery problems than anything else. The elapsed time, a disappointing 4.97 seconds. But coming up next, probably the most popular Ford-bodied and powered monster truck on the eastern seaboard. Mike Wine and the Super Winch sponsor, Jersey Outlaw, obviously from the state of New Jersey, which has had more than its fair share of success this season, battling killers like Rob Fuchs. Wine and the Machine has always proven to be one of the quickest and fastest trucks out there, but this year recently has been hard on parts. And as you can see, it looks like Mike Wine is being held up on the starting line for some reason by the officials. Finally, they give him the green. And they give him the green, and Wine just idles it off the starting line. Finally getting after it down near the finish line, but apparently, obviously, knowing that he can easily cruise into the field, he does so with a 4.98 second elapsed time that'll right now put him in the number 7 position. But the big story in qualifying was the kid, Kurt Fisher, at the wheel of John Breen's Micro Machine Chevy, taking the pole at 377 over the man who has dominated this sport this season, the incredible Rob Fuchs in the First Blood Ford. But coming up, we've got side-by-side monster truck eliminations, including the Big Blue Ford, Bigfoot, and that new kid, Kurt Fisher. Stay with us.